Welcome to another episode of Kingdom Restoration and Liberation Podcast. This is the platform where your voice matters. Coming to you live from Chateau Margarita Hotel, 1 Spring Garden, Reading Main Road, Montego Bay, Jamaica. This episode is sponsored by Chateau Margarita Hotel Waterfront Venue. This is the place that was orchestrated and divinely positioned for all your godly event. What are you waiting for? Why not book your date today and make it your place for all your event? Make it a date, don't be late. Today, we are going to embark on the topic, embracing your identity and purpose and walking into your divine destiny. Thoughts became dream, dream became vision, and vision became reality. Today with me, I have the pleasure of sitting with a very unique, extraordinary daughter of the soil, coming all the way from Garland, St. James, out of the cool hills of St. James. A very vocal young lady. She's prime, she's unique, she's just nice. When you get to know her, the quality that you really get to know is just none comparing to what you're really gonna get from this individual. And so it's my honor when I reach out to her to come on this podcast. I was really happy when she captured my heart and say yes to my invitation. I want to tell you, this young lady is fine in heart, fine inside, outside. She is one of our own daughter of the soil of Jamaica. And with all pleasure, I welcome no other than the Queen of the South, Miss Nickesha Burchell. Welcome, my good lady.
Thank you, Evangelist. Thank you for having
beauty.
me. Thank you. God bless you.
Yes. So, we are going to get right into our topic, embracing your identity and purpose and walk into your divine destiny. Thank you for joining me on this Kingdom Restoration podcast today. I will be speaking briefly.
Okay.
And to the point. And I know these words mean a lot to your foundation as I continue to turn pages and you continue to turn self-discovery into your fine achievement. I've watched you. Now, Miss Burchell, I'll get right into our conversation.
Yes.
I want you to tell me briefly about your formative years.
Okay, so as you so eloquently introduced to me, I started to reflect on those formative years, which began in Garlands in South St. James, up in the hills, pretty close to the border of St. Elizabeth, near Magati, near a compound town. So I'm deep country woman. I went to primary school at Garlands Primary School. I was successful with my exams, my exit exams, and I went on to Mount Alvernia High School, which was quite a thrill for me then because I was following in my sister's footsteps. She had previously attended Mount Alvernia High School. I grew up in the church. My father is a pastor. My mother is a church mother. And so we grew up with the fear of God in us. We grew up, our doctor was Jesus, our provider was Jesus, our company was Jesus. So we didn't leave the house without praying. We didn't return without praying. We were oftentimes in the middle of the night, they wake us up to pray. So we had prayer for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I I grew up on a steady diet of the Bible scriptures, Bible lessons, and prayer. My grandparents were also church makers, deep Christian people. My grandmother, Auntie Rachel, as they called her, she was a church mother in the New Testament faith. Always singing at rallies all across the New Testament belt in southern St. James and wherever she was invited. I come from a singing family. My aunts, my uncles, my father, all of them can play instruments, and you know, they were taught by their grandmother and their mother to play these instruments. I come from a preaching family, because not only is my father a pastor and a preacher, but I have cousins and uncles and a lot of relatives who are in kingdom ministry. I can count at least 3 others in addition to my father in Jamaica here, and we have at least 2 others who are shepherds for flocks, religious flocks across the US. So yes, I grew up very humble roots, very close-knitted community. Everybody knew everybody, but of course, as the pastor's daughter, growing up knowing that you had to live a circumspect life,
Right.
and one that is pleasing not only to your parents but to the King.
Amen. You know what I love about your formative introduction? The kingdom language.
You know it.
Yes, I really love the kingdom language there. So what was life like for childhood? I see you have divulged quite a few there.
Yes.
Yes. And I love the fact that your upbringing started from training the child in the way he or she should grow,
Right.
and when they grow old, they will never depart.
Absolutely.
Very well. Indeed, Miss Burchell, and I can tell, looking at you, you know, it's really pleasing to know that you can pull your strength from your upbringing.
Absolutely.
And I want those who are looking on in Nationwide to understand that depositing the early deposition of Christ, a Christ-like life in any child, is very important. And I'm happy that you're not ashamed to declare where you're coming from,
absolutely
and how you have walked the walk
Absolutely
and talked
not.
the talk.
Absolutely not. The
Amen.
Bible says, "Thy word have I hid in my heart." Right now, it's hard for me to depart from it. I might stray, and I do stray, but
Yes.
there's always an axis that pulls you back,
Yes.
and that axis was instilled from early. So it's hard to stray too far from where, you know, the mark was made.
Very well, Miss Burchell. That's a mouthpiece there. I want to get into our question now. The first question of the day is the strength of womanhood. What lesson, experience, and wisdom have you gained through the different stages of life, and how have these shaped you to be mentally tough, being a woman and a public figure?
Oh, I don't even know if I'm a woman yet. I still feel like a girl sometimes.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes I feel as if I'm an imposter.
Yes.
I still feel like the girl from Ghana, you know, trying to figure out where life is going to take me, trying to figure out how I can help my community, trying to figure out how I can keep making my family proud. So I still feel very girlish in what I do, but I guess age says womanhood. What have I learned in womanhood? I've learned that my voice is a gift.
Yes.
And as with any gift, you have to cherish it and you have to respect it.
Yes.
I've also learned that I can be kind, but also firm. When I was
observe
younger, I struggled greatly with being nice.
Yes.
You know, because I'm a naturally nice person, naturally kind person, and sometimes that can be mistaken for weakness.
Yes, indeed.
And people take advantage of you because you're a country woman and you're nice. You know, so I've learned that I can be kind but also firm, and that when I speak as a representative, I'm not speaking for myself.
Exactly.
So my voice is not
Really matter. Your voice matters.
It matters.
Yes.
I speak on behalf of the tens of thousands of people from South St. James. When I sit in Parliament, I sit in one chair, but I feel as if I'm carrying with me
The weight
of those I represent. And finally, another thing I've learned in this journey of womanhood is the strength of sisterhood. I've learned just along the way that you can pull strength from women, and that not every woman is there to beat you down. That there are women, the amount of people who come up to me to just pour into me has been more than I could have imagined. But the women, when they come and they hold me and they squeeze my hand and they say, I'm praying for you, I'm standing for you, you make us proud, you are speaking what I want you to speak, continue, go on, girl. I feel a sense
of a certain
pride and confidence in my womanhood, because other women are looking on and saying, we stand with you. So in this journey along womanhood, I'm taking some of the strength of Queen Esther. I must tell you that a number of female religious leaders, and male, but female religious leaders have come up to me and they've quoted Queen Esther to me. And I'm like, I know Queen Esther's story because I remember it from childhood.
She was fierce,
Yes. But now I'm revisiting it with new lens. Because, to whom much is given, much is expected. And Queen Esther, Mordecai said, are you here for a time such as this? Am I here for a time such as this? I'm trying to walk into my purpose with Queen Esther, because that's what the women have been pouring in my spirit.
And Minister, as you tap into the sisterhood, my book and the whole essence of having this podcast was, I was talking to God. I said, God, we have conference, we have prayer breakfast, we have this. And the Spirit said to me, why not, create a platform where we can have women voices.
Oh, beautiful.
So this platform is mainly to inspire women who need to be heard from a different level, from a different perspective. And I'm so glad that you open, I wouldn't call it a can of worm, but you open the window to this platform. Yes, your voice really matters. Speak in different capacities, speak in different strengths. And I like the way that you intertwine Queen Esther. Oh, really? Yes. And there are times in life when everyone has an opinion about you, but women must always boost their self-esteem. And I like the way you do that.
Absolutely.
Boost your self-esteem. Don't look at the negative. Don't seek for opinion and validation all the time. Women must learn to handle crisis and critics.
Absolutely.
Right. And, stand on your God-given purpose.
Absolutely.
Be purpose-driven.
Yes.
Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Stay focused. Yes. And truly, indeed. So we're just warming up here. We're just warming up. Oh, Minister Burchell, I'm going to get into my next question. The challenges and growth, what challenges have you faced throughout your career? And I'm not saying you have many platforms that you work from. I wish not to tap into any political arena here. I'm making it clear. But think of all your career, your hurdles that you have been through. If you want to intertwine, but I make it clear my platform is not for political interference. How do you overcame those obstacles? What advice would you give to a young person seeking to enter your career field now?
Okay, so my career is not politics, actually. I'm an accidental politician. My career is in communication.
Yes.
So I've spent now nearly 16 years in strategic communications. I studied strategic communications at the London School of Economics. Yes, that's the same university attended by P.J. Patterson and Michael Manley. So I know it's a good space to learn.
To learn, yes.
And it was a blessing for me, a girl from Garlands, to be able to get that kind
Real
of
country
training.
girl. Look at my little country girl.
Country gal.
Yes.
Right? So that's my career field, really. So I've been practicing that, as I said, for, almost 2 decades now. The truth is that I've been blessed to work with female leaders, male leaders across the Caribbean. I provide strategic communication support to countries, St. Kitts, Grenada, Bahamas, Dominica, Antigua, St. Vincent, so many countries, and to so many political and private teams.
Yeah.
So yes, working as a woman from country in such a wide space and with so many different personalities, I have faced challenges.
Yes.
But you know what? The Bible say we should name them one by one.
I know, girl.
and
When I finish with you today, you're gonna go back to where God really wants you,
Absolutely. I'm gonna name them one by one, and my challenges have only come to make me stronger.
Yes.
Because I've seen where God has used one challenge to create opportunities for me. So when I thought this challenge was going to break me, this was the end, it actually turned out that they made me into who I am today. I do call myself an accidental politician because I didn't set out to be a politician. I still don't even know if I'm a politician. I've been in service since childhood.
Yes.
As children of pastors, our whole life was about service, serving your community, serving your church members,
You have a heart
looking
of
out
gold.
for the old, the folks, looking out for those. My sister and I used to keep classes for the kids in the community. We had our own Jamal going on, right? So service is what we do. So being a politician is not anything new for me. And serving through that. It has its challenges.
Yes.
I'm not going to name them because I've given them to Jesus.
Yes.
He says to cast our cares upon him, for he cares about us. I've given him my challenges. I don't go around quoting them. What I've done is I've used them as stepping stones to order my step.
I watch your demeanor. I watch your demeanor.
To get to the next level.
Yes. You strike one of my points. I live for service.
Yes.
And service is what I do. It's in my DNA.
Yeah.
And I'm going to break a little secret with you.
Tell me.
When I heard you coming from Garland,
Yes.
I am from the next community of Germantown.
Stop it. Stop it. But let me tell you something.
And I know we have some good people coming from
That's the point.
Maroon Town, St. James, Garland, in southern St. James.
That's the point.
Yes,
That's the point.
we have substance, we have purpose. We have purpose coming from those wood, those neck of the wood. And I went to Vaughnsville Primary School.
I went to Vaughnsville Primary School for 1 year. For grade 3. I wanted to experience it,
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that.
Professor Dr. Agri Irons, who passed just recently, is from Kensington.
Yes.
We have so many powerful,
prominent
people who are making a mark on society, who come from right up there in the hills. I think our adversities just made us stronger and so resilient and willing to take a step forward. Remember, back in the days, we'd only get a 1 pass here or there from conventions. A 1 pass here or there, but we had so many.
I remember when I was sent to get the Gleaner to see if I came out in the Gleaner, and if my name is not in it, don't come back home.
Don't come home.
Don't come back home.
But we had so many brilliant people who just didn't have the opportunity.
And look at that, we're all serving the government. Yes, because I'm serving the government for 34 years. Right.
Service is what we do.
Service is in my DNA. Yes, Miss Minister, the power of inspiration and perseverance, transformation is a mindset reset, refocus through faith and obedience, and not feeding the passion of the flesh. Absolutely. I like how you put it. I like how you just. Let me say raw. Can I use the word raw?
I love raw.
So we go to divulge in our next question.
Yes.
Women in leadership are frequently scrutinized in ways men are not.
Absolutely.
How do you navigate the balance between assertive and being perceived in a certain way?
Yeah, I find that.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I find that women in leadership, we get judged and criticized harder than the men.
Yes.
But the truth
Indeed.
is, we have to do perhaps what they do times 10
Yes.
while wearing 6 inches heels.
Yes.
While putting on makeup, they can just turn up. We have to do so much more to be acceptable by society. As women, we still, even though we've cracked the glass ceiling, we've still had to prove ourselves every day, and every opportunity we get, we have to remind them why we deserve it. It's unfair, but it is true.
Yes.
And so for women in leadership, we have to try to find that balance between honoring our femininity, honoring the womanhood in us,
yes,
but also leaning deeply into our capacity.
Yes.
So yes, I'm feminine. Yes, I'm beautiful. Yes, I like nice things. Yes, I like to preen and make sure that I look presentable. But my capacity is what I would like that society sees as well. See that we are able to do the job and do it well. Sometimes do it better than the man them too.
Yes.
You know, so I want to use this question to honor the women who came before me
yes,
in leadership. And leadership happens at all levels, not just politically.
Yes.
I want to honor the mothers of the church who've always decided, even in churches that, you know, subject and subdue our women, they've found a way to be the backbone of our churches. I want to honor those teachers who helped to form in me from very early the appetite for more. The appetite for more. You know, I reflected this morning on my principal from primary school, Miss Loy Farquharson.
Yes.
She spoke English in the most beautiful, fluent way.
Yes.
And she always impressed me and inspired me. I remember Miss Lawrence from high school at Mount Alvernia.
Yes.
She passed recently, Pamela Lawrence. She also loved English literature and encouraged and provoked thoughts in me. So I want to honor those women who came before us and who in their own way said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And of course, I have to honor someone like Portia Simpson Miller, who was a little girl from Woodhall in St. Catherine. You know, she always said, from the bowels of the poor, you know, and she made her mark on society.
Yes.
Made her mark on society. So, yes, we fight as women just like men. We persevere as women just like men. We just do it better and prettier.
And I just want to add to that too.
Yes.
I have some stalwarts at Flamstead, Bonsill Primary too. Miss Archer.
Miss Archer.
She was a lady that was flawless in English.
I've heard of
Mrs.
her.
Hunter.
Mrs. Hunter.
Yes.
And Mrs. Kennedy.
Yes. They were very, very, you know.
Mrs. Singh. Yes. Mrs. Singh. You had some lovely people.
Some lovely people. Indeed. Isn't it a pleasure?
Yes.
And I heard you said something about Mount Alvernia. My first daughter went to Mount Alvernia.
See?
Yes.
The worlds are connected.
Yes, going around. Yes, the dots are connecting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The daughter of of our little country soil. Yes. Yeah. Indeed. It's interesting.
Very much so.
Yes.
Very much so.
Another question to you, Minister. Do you enjoy your career, leadership and resilience? What have been the most significant barriers in leadership if you had to start over again? Let me say that correctly. If you had to start over again with the knowledge you have now, what would you do differently?
If I could start over, I would live a little. I don't think I've lived enough. I think I took myself way too seriously from too early. You know, from very young.
Maturity.
I matured very early. I remember I was in grade 1 at school, grade 2, going into grade 2, and that week I had a cold.
Yeah.
And my mother gave me a rag the first day to take to school to wipe my nose, and I lost the rag.
Yeah.
She warned me the evening, please, we can't afford it, don't lose the rag.
Look at that,
She gave me the
yes.
second day and I lost it. And the third day I came back, I lost it and she beat me. Having pinned it in my pocket,
Yeah.
because she used a safety pin to
Yes,
pin
remember
the
those
rag.
latch pin?
Yes,
It's
she
on the baby
pinned it in my
diaper.
pockets. Absolutely. So I wouldn't, and I still lost it.
Yes.
Right? And I remember she didn't beat me the fourth day.
Right.
She sat me down and she explained
Yes.
the cost and the value of things.
Yeah.
And she explained for me where our place was in society.
Yes.
As in, we didn't have it. We didn't have it to lose in
Yes,
that kind
yes,
of way.
yes, yes.
Losing 1 rag, 3 rags,
Meant a
4
whole
rags
lot, yes.
meant nothing for my baby brother,
Right.
nothing for my baby sister. And I remember coming to that consciousness from very early. Responsible,
Yeah.
mature,
Yeah.
mature. And I remember from then on, I just took myself way too seriously. And so I shared with a group of student counselors yesterday. I was speaking to them that I went throughout high school and university without boyfriends,
Right.
you know, because I was so focused on where I was going, you know.
But then we remember our time they used to say boys must play with boys and girls must play with girls.
Right, and
Right.
and no make them see you talking to
Right,
nobody,
and you know if they sneeze too hard, you know what's gonna happen.
all right, exactly. My mother spoke in parables.
Parables, right?
Right,
I had
so-
a lot of parables in my
Absolutely,
days too. Yeah.
absolutely. So for me, I took myself way too seriously too early. I wish I had spent a little bit more time
Yes.
doing more social thing, going to a party in
Yeah,
college and in
yes,
university.
yes,
And just after university and maybe after my first or second job, I started to go to a few parties and I like this and I'm like, you know, there are things that I can do. I can do it safely. I can do it.
Yes, yes. You were not exposed.
Well, but I was not exposed to
Miss
that.
Burchell, I should let me tell you the truth, you know. For us in that section of Southern St. James, I can tell you, I think parents pride their children in that area. I can tell you, I was sheltered. And I can tell you, because they were poor, but they were so decent,
yeah,
ambitious,
yes.
and, you know, I would say pride, full of
Yeah, man,
pride.
full of pride, yeah.
I remember my grandmother used to be dressing from Thursday evening for church, and when you see she step out, you know,
Well dressed.
well dressed.
Sunday
Yeah,
best.
man. Yes,
Sunday
man.
best, yes.
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 We had some good times,
Absolutely.
in those hills, and
Absolutely.
I don't regret it. If I could live my life over,
You've
I
gone
would go
back
back.
a country. Well, I'm trying
May God
in my
bless their
job
soul.
to do a better
something,
job
yes.
of making that space more hospitable.
Yes,
Making it a
indeed.
space where persons can feel comfortable to go there and build their lives there.
Indeed,
But you
indeed.
can't if you don't have good roads and
Exactly,
water in your pipe and accessible healthcare and you know, be able to go to the shop at whatever time and
Yes.
purchase the things you need.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that after leaving this space, I would have somehow contributed to a better rural life. A space where people can, returning residents can say, I don't have to, buy some place on the waterfront. I can go buy some place in the hills and know that I can live a good quality of life there. I'm hoping that when I leave the space that I would have contributed to that positively.
Well
Yeah.
said, well said, well said. My next question to you as we move along. Do you believe your initiative and choice will positively impact, and I see you're capturing some of that in this question, positively impact our young adults across the nation? If not, what are your plans for our generation, especially across Southern St. James?
Yeah, I do hold the next generation very close to me when I think about my decisions, my choices, and how I use my voice. I know they're listening,
Yes.
and I know they're taking notes.
Very well.
And I want to ensure that the notes they take from me will redound to the benefit of Jamaica overall and South St. James generally. I find that the generation after me, I'm at the tail end of what they call the millennials, right? The generations after me, they're more vocal. They're so confident.
What we call them, Gen Z?
Gen Z and they're all sorts of stuff, right? They are so confident. They don't have that kind of bashfulness we were grown to have,
right?
You know, so they're more outspoken. They know what they want.
Freedom time
they're
now,
assertive.
stuff like that. Yes,
right. So it's how we try to direct that kind of assertiveness into production. We want it to be productive, positive things that they lead with this kind of gift. Because had your generation, my generation, the generations before our generation not given us that kind of confidence to build and lead the lives we lead now, they could not inherit this kind of boldness that they have. What I'm trying to encourage them not to do is not to take this confidence and this power that they've been given and take it with this air of entitlement, that you're entitled to this. No one is coming to rescue you. No one owes you anything. You have you, and so you have to ensure that with the gift of life that you've been given, you take it with both hands, seize it, and go forward with it. I'm hoping that they take some lesson from me, at least one, that you can. Possibility, you can do absolutely anything.
I can be anything God wants me to be.
Amen. Amen.
Nothing is wrong with being popular, but it's how you be impact and influential.
Absolutely.
Yes, as we move along. So, Miss Burchell, and I know this one is close and dearest to you. How do you engage with and inspire young people, particularly young women, to become active contributor to their community?
It's fortuitous that you mentioned that, because just know we're on the brinks of unveiling our tuition program.
Yes.
So over the next month and a half, thereabout, we're going to be offering to young people across South St. James scholarship opportunities that can help them with their studies, for example. And normally, people would give it based on political patronage. If you support me, I give your child a scholarship, or, that kind of way. But I decided that I wanted to be a little bit more deliberate this time. I decided that as part of the criteria for you to qualify for one of these scholarships, it won't just be academics, because not all the A students will be leaders in the future or successful in the future. It doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
I tell you, those special needs students too.
Absolutely. We see some of the C students who are now the owners of the business hiring the A students, right? So I'm not only focusing on A students. Yes, I want to encourage them, but there is a space for C students, D students as well. But in the criteria, among the criteria, we're also looking at community service.
Very well.
I'm insisting that if you are to qualify for one of these scholarships, you have to perform X amount of hours of community service.
Excellent.
In your constituency.
What a way to go.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
So even if you have the best grades, but you're not doing anything to develop your community, you're not going to get one of these scholarships. I'm sorry. I'm trying to use this as an opportunity to encourage young people to do more.
Training comes from the roots, from the home. Your community is your home.
Yes.
And that's where, and this is one of the problem we're having in the job world.
Yes.
They go there and they cannot connect the dots. They don't know how to maneuver themselves with the bosses or peers.
Yes.
Because what? They're young and they just enter the job world without no connection, no experience, nothing. So the experience must start from the grassroots.
And they also lack empathy. They are
can I tell you? Can I tell
no,
you, Minister?
They have no compassion, the emotional intelligence, because the IQ is one.
Yes.
To have the intelligence and the academics and the cognitive skills, as I said, is brilliant. But our people lack the EQ, the emotional intelligence that will help them to diffuse conflict, will help them to make good friends and choose wisely their friends, to help them to see someone in need and going to help them. We learned that. We learned that when we were growing up. So now I'm instituting it as a part of any program I'm running through my office. I must applaud you for that. Yes, absolutely. You have to do something in your community that is meaningful and that impacts your community in a positive way. Another way I'm hoping to use my office to influence them in this, using the same program, is they must have some amount of self-awareness and assertiveness and civic pride. So I'm encouraging them as part of the criteria. You must have your national ID. It's free. It shows that you're responsible and you're getting. You must go out and look at TRN. So you may not have it yet, but as long as you've reached 18 years and older, you should put steps in place to get this. You should be going out there and learning about the different social welfares available, so you can come back and help your community. So I'm using this as an opportunity, a crash course, if you may, to get the young people that I can influence, because they need these scholarships, to pause and think about somebody other than themselves.
Well, you know, Miss Burchell, as we move along, time is going. I want to see civic comes back in the school. I wish if I could see
that's
that.
needed.
Yes.
It's needed.
Civic comes back
it's needed.
into the school.
It's needed. I'm an advocate for that.
Yes. Very well.
Yeah, I didn't have civics in my time, but I read my
it's really relevant. It's relevant.
Civics books, and I realized it's very important.
Yes, very important. Okay, another question, Minister. You're going very well. Doing good, doing good, doing good. Handling public criticism. Have you ever felt discouraged by public opinion?
I mean, I'm human, so yes. Some darts will break the shield and go through the armor. But a part of the lesson in womanhood, you know, from a girl to a woman, is learning to go it alone. And I'm learning how to accept the wisdom in advice and the wisdom in criticism. So criticism for me is data. And what you do with data is you sift data. You take from data what makes sense, and you sift out what doesn't make sense. So someone might want to give me some positive word. They don't know it's positive, you know, because they intended for it to be hurtful, you know, but I can take the positive from what they intended. And I am woman enough to adjust my behavior to something that is reasonable.
I like that.
I'm not too big to
go again.
learn that.
I want young people who are listening to hear this again.
Yeah.
Go, repeat that
absolutely.
You're willing to adjust.
I'm confident enough to accept that my way is not the only way.
Right.
I am confident enough to adjust my opinions, to adjust my behavior if I found data that suggests, and data can come from criticism, that suggests that my course was not the right course, and there's room for improvement.
Oh, bless the Lord.
And so that's how I treat criticism. I treat criticism as a snapshot in a moment of time. Something that can change in the next minute if you adjust. And but I'm also very much confident in my voice. I'm confident in my decisions, and I'm confident in the fact that having critically assessed a topic and arriving at a decision, I'm willing to go it alone if my conviction tells me that this is where I should go. May not be popular, it will receive the criticism, but I'm willing to stand it on my own.
Wow, what a mouthful. And you know, after all, this is my language and my own writing from my book here. Character and success are never built on status of life, but on circumstances of life. And I believe our generation are heavily defiled, especially on the social media platform, and that is why I want to see a generation of women who can build together, generate the energy, the love, the kindness, the trust for those to come and learn not to make permanent decisions while your heart is bleeding.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yes,
That's powerful.
and this is a platform for inspiring women that their voice matters.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Your
indeed.
voice matters.
Your voice matters. And so, as we're winding down, Miss Burchell, the lovely lady from the cool hills of South St. James.
Yes.
The South Queen, the Kingdom Queen. Because when I finish with her today, I know that she's gonna leave with that conviction to go back to her original, her first love. And this is what my platform set out to do with all women in this nation.
Yes.
The importance of woman, Miss Burchell, woman's voice. Why do you believe it is important for women today to understand that their voice matters and that they can be agent of change?
Because we've been told for so long that our voice doesn't matter. So it is important. You can't just assume that women know, because it is 2026, know that their voice matter. So we have to continue to reinforce it and to remind them that your voice matter. And that is why your book matters, her voice matters, because people need to see it written. Some people need to hear it. Some people, you have to drum it into their heads. But every generation that misses out on the lesson that their generation of women that misses out on the lesson that their voice matters is a next generation or 2-3 generations more that are left in the dark.
Exactly.
Of the power of the woman's voice.
Yes.
Men voice powerful. And
don't feel any way, men.
Right.
We don't exclude you from this conversation.
Yes.
We welcome your opinion and we love you, men.
Right.
Yes.
There's this language that they use in the disabilities communities about intentionality.
Yes.
So without being very intentional about what you do, how you include persons who are treated lesser than, you are inadvertently keeping them behind as well. So we have to be very intentional about how we elevate women.
It is important.
In our actions, in our words, and even in our fellowship as women. We even in church, we have to be very careful about the power we give to the man's voice above the woman's voice. We have to understand that the woman has a place, she has a voice, and her voice matters.
Right. And we also to remember that women were created to enhance the men. Right. So we have all of a place.
Absolutely.
As we come down, and we must also remember is to inspire confidence, vision, competence, the fight against discrimination.
Yes.
Also, so our voice really matters.
It does.
And it said, behind every good man is a great woman.
Beside.
And as we come
And sometimes in front.
in front, I tell you, sometimes the woman had to take the lead. Where are our men? Where are all the men gone? This is what is happening in our generation today.
Yes.
They populate the jailhouse, and oh my God, I don't even want to go there. So as we're coming down to the end of this powerful and super excited, awesome podcast on Kingdom Restoration and Liberation podcast, what advice for Jamaican families? We are living in a time when domestic violence, family disputes, and declining moral values are significant concern. What advice would you offer to Jamaican families and communities during these challenging times?
Boy, I don't know if I'm the best person to speak to families, because I don't have a traditional kind of family at my ripe age, but I grew up in one. I grew up in a nuclear family with, 2 parents and 7 children. And so, and my grandparents before had the same. 13 kids, 2 parents.
Wow.
So I know the value of family.
Yes.
I know that family is where you draw your strength. And as I go through this journey, this political journey, I found great strength in my family. And sometimes I don't get to tell them enough, but I value them so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate them so much. They're my rock, and I lean on them because the world is a sandy place, you know, but they are that rock, you know, upon which Christ, you know, Paul said, you know, build my church. So for me, if I could give any advice to families out there, stay together. Stay together. You know, there are enough distractions out there encouraging you to come apart, but stay together, because there is strength in the family unit.
Yes.
And when friends fail you, when your job fail you, you have your family. And I've seen it with political representatives who, like me, doing the same thing right now, who throw your whole life into the politics.
Yes.
And when you've left the scene, all you have is your family. So cherish them. Let your wife know how beautiful she is. Let her know how loved she is. Let your husband know that he is your king. Let your children know that they are the best gift God ever gave.
They are the
to
heritage
you.
of God's kingdom.
They are the heritage of God's kingdom. Let them know that nothing else matters but them, you know. And that is the advice I could give to any family unit, whatever that description of the family unit is. Stay together, love on each other.
What a wonderful mouthpiece. Looking back at the theme, embracing your identity and purpose and walking into your divine victory. How could you put this in a nutshell to our women?
Our theme?
Yes.
Walking
into your identity and purpose and divine destiny.
Oh boy.
Victory.
Your divine victory. I say, if I could put that in 2 words, I would say Nickesha Burchell. I'm the living proof of walking in your divine destiny. I did not set out to do any of the things I'm doing. I was just walking by faith. Yeah. When I left high school, I grew up very poor. When I left high school, I had no idea where I was going to move to after that. I had no idea how I would, when I applied for university.
Young people, are you really getting something from this today?
Yeah.
I hope you're listening out there, you know.
I had no idea how I would get to university or if ever, you know. I was content in getting a job, but I kept moving one foot in front of the other.
Going over the hurdles.
With faith. When I applied for university, I didn't have the first tuition. I didn't know where I was going to stay, but I moved by faith. And so if there's ever a person who is a product of divine destiny, as you've said, and embracing your identity, it's me. So go out there, trust God, trust in God, trust that He will make good on His promise, that He will not make the seed of the righteous be forsaken, and the seeds will never beg bread. And so I'm feasting in the green pastures that He has spread for me, and I'm willing and happy to share it with everyone else. But you have to keep moving by faith.
Keep pressing, like the woman with the issue of blood.
Press.
Keep pressing.
Press.
Indeed, you have covered all that we have set out to do today.
Thank you.
It's just a mouthful. It's just a mouth watering. It's just awesome.
Awesome. Thank God.
Awesome. Miss Burchell,
Evangelist.
it was good.
Thank you for having me.
You. That's a wrap on Kingdom Restoration and Liberation podcast. Catch you in the next episode. It was an awesome pleasure indeed to have such a dynamic, wonderful, and powerful young woman. She said she's not grown up yet, so I'm going to say young woman out of the neck, the wood, the hilly terrain of Garland St. James, our South Queen and Kingdom Queen.
God bless you. God bless
Walk
you.
good in
Thank
your
you,
neighborhood.
Bless you.